Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now I'm coming back on here today because I wanted to show you about this quirky quilting that I'm doing. And you can't see what I've done with it. Where did I put that? This piece here is what I've finished. Well, I haven't quite finished yet because I wanted to put things all over it, okay, and I haven't got to that part yet because I've been working on this other part, this other one that I want to do, because I want to show you how to do different things with it. And I don't say that I know all about this, but what I have learnt myself, I just wanted to give you a few, tell you a few things, okay. Now, when I'm going around here, like, I'll put the video up to the previous two that I did, so you can go back and watch it. When you're going around the outside of your little puffy pillow, you need to make sure that the wadding is right up there close to the edge. So when you go and pick up your stitch, you're catching that in there, and it's giving it a bit of padding in it, see, like that. Because if you don't do that, it's going to end up flat, because I've done a couple of ones, and I've thought that they were too flat. Now I don't know if I have any here because I picked it up a while back that I was doing that. Maybe that one there, maybe that's down too flat. It hasn't got anything underneath it, you know, to give it some more puffiness, okay. So that's what you need to do. Just when you're doing this, when you're going over, turn it down. Now I'm going to finish doing this one because I want to use it in what I'm going to show you next. And you just got to go around the corner and do a bit more to it and be finished, but I can tell you a couple more things. I tried to use 6 strands, which was probably a bit silly, of embroidery thread on it, and I found that was way too thick. You couldn't get the needle through there for a start because it was just too thick. And you have to have the needle has to be the same width as what your thread is. So for those people that haven't seen me talk about embroidery before, if you don't have the needle thick enough for that to follow through the hole, it's not going to go, and it's going to be really hard to stick through the hole. And then you have to get the pliers out, a pair of pliers out, and do that, because that's what I did yesterday when I was trying to fix something that was just too thick. So you need to get a good krill, they're called, needles. They've got a good size eye in them. Sometimes you can buy a wool needle with a point on it. I don't think I've got enough filling going down this end of this thing here to make this how I'm saying we need it to be. Now, I'm not actually using, this is a thread that I've got that is not actually a pearl cotton. It is like a plain, it's like a crochet thread, only it's not a pearly one, it's just a plain one, so it's not got like a shiny, it's not got the shiny effect of it, but it's still good to do this with because it's only one single thread. I can't actually show you the thing that I got it off of because I don't have anything. I've got this wrapped around here. It's a nice cotton. It's just maybe it is a really thin crochet one, but I don't think it's a pearl one because it's not got the shine on it, and I've got to be knocked down and cut that off there. It'll have to go in my bag of shrimp. Okay, so that's where I've got that. I must have had that on a reel or something, and I've rolled a bit off. Now I've come around to the edge of this, and I'm going to have to sew the padding part. And when I was doing this the first time, on the first one I used, that I made, sorry, I felt that I needed to, I go back inside here in between what I'm doing, see? You go in underneath that and you end it off. with either doing a little knot or something, because that's the back. So you put a little knot there and just cut that off. So you got that. Now, when I did these, it's been okay. I feel like the stitches sometimes are a bit big on that one, but it's up to you, you know, whether you want to leave it the way it is or not. I'm still going to do a lot of more buttons and beads and that on this, so therefore it will have a lot more stitched down on the back, you know, like padded in. But the front, it's pretty good. I'm really pleased with that, how that turned out. Okay, so now this one here that I'm working on, I'm going to put, do I need to do green? I should change the colour. I should change the colour and put this. Variegated ones are really good, you know. If you can get this variegated crochet cotton, it's amazing because it changes colour and you don't have to worry about putting different colours in your work, because it is a good idea. But and now this cotton here is only just probably going to be able to go through with this needle, because they're pretty much the same size. So I hope it fits through without too much worry, because it's going to be too hard to sew if it doesn't. I think it will, because I just earlier on just used a bit of this on something and it worked perfectly fine. And make sure I got all that threads through there. Okay, now we're just going to do a bit of quilting. I'm going to use the blue, so I'll tie the knot in the end that I want to come through first on the material, so the blue will show. If you've got a variegated thread, the blue will show first. So if I had to put the knot in that one, the pink would show through first, okay? Because that's what's going to come up. And it keeps on getting, just pull on it and it'll come undone. If you worry about getting a knot, just pull on it and it will come out. Now the reason I need to do this one is because what I have made so far, the ones I've done, I keep getting this caught all the time because it's twisting on me. But I'm not going to stress out about that, because I can just deal with it. Any piece of cotton, I can deal with it. So this is showing up blue, even though I didn't want to do blue, did I? Because I said that. So what you do is you just come out from the centre and go out to the outside. Now, underneath, right, when you're doing something like this that's padded, you'll find that underneath you'll cut. I'll show you a minute what happens. I just want to get back here. Okay, now when you put your needle through to make a stitch, you could come out way far away from where you're going through at the front. See where the needle is gone on an angle and not straight down through? You know, you could even push it through and it'll come way up there, and that's how you end up having big stitches on the bottom behind it. See how that's got a, look at the difference in where we're going. Can you see what I'm trying to say? You think that you're just going straight down into there, right? And it'll come out straight next to there. Well, that one will, because I was paying attention to what I was doing. But if you're not, and you go through and you put it on an angle like this, your needle can come up out there. You get me? See? And you'll have a great big gap. I'll just make sure you go straight through, and I don't pay attention to that all the time, and you'll end up making great big stitches. So that it's up to you. But see, even to come back up there, I'm not as far away from that as what I see there. I'm really close. Here I'm a bit further away, so I'll have to move up. Our stitches don't have to be exact, and you don't have to worry about it. But I was a bit concerned because I was getting too many big stitches on the wrong side. You can see what you're doing on the right side, but you can't see how you're going on the wrong side. So far, I'm not doing too bad because I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. But with that other one I showed you, if you can understand what I'm saying, your stitches can get really big and gawky on this part. If you want to change your direction and you don't want to have a big stitch, I'll come up underneath there, say, like that, and I'll go in and sneak through under there. Look, sneak between them, and that way you can come over here and do something, which it's just a way of getting from one place to the other without making great big loopy stitches. And I don't need to do this, but I'm just showing you how, because I just could have went straight across and come down that line, because I just need to fill this in. And this is a really easy thing to do, because there's just a few little things that if you watch out for what you're doing, you can work it really well. You just need to see. I'm going to make a great big stitch there if I do that, so I want to pay attention to what I'm doing, so it's not too joint underneath. So you go straight down in there. Now the stitches on the top can be any size too, of course, and you can see how this has changed in colour, and I've had enough of that now. I want to put green on here or something. Okay, so I'm going to just go through the back, put a back stitch there and another back stitch, and that won't come out. Okay, so we won't panic, because that won't come out. It won't come undone unless you're tugging on it really, hard. Why do I feel it needs the green? I might go with the orangey colour. I do love the orangey colours on these things. They seem to sit out a lot better for me. I like the way they show up. And there's orange on there already, but that doesn't matter, because what I've done a lot of now so far is mostly sort of pinky colours anyway on this thing. I'm going to show you in a minute. But I need 2 thicknesses of this because it's only very fine. So I'm going to be working with 2 thicknesses, so you can pull. You can't use, well, you wouldn't be able to use anything that was thinner, because it would break, like an ordinary thread, or just one thread of crochet thread, because it would break on you, and then you wouldn't be very happy at all, would you, if you had to keep fixing it because it was broken. Okay, so this will come out from the centre too, this piece. I've got a great big knot here. I'll try to undo a bit of it so I can cut it off there and it won't show up so bad. Okay, so I'm going to go down this way, and I picked orange because I said I was going to use green. Ah dear, Sonia, I don't know. I've got green around the outside. I thought I'd just like to put the orange on here because I just do like it. So we're just going, and I've just come through the back and hopefully haven't made too big a stitches on there. Okay. Now I'll go over here a bit further and just put a couple of stitches up this way. Still really hot here in Australia. We're still having that heat wave thingy. I was going to go out this morning, but I've had to order the stuff online again because I can't do it. It's too hot out there. It's just terrible. I managed to do it. I had to do it, well, we had to do it last year. Jeremy went when I couldn't go because of the heat, but if we don't have to now, we can just get the Woolworths deliver it for us, so that's good. I don't know. You can't go opportunity shopping online. You cannot do that. That's the only thing I haven't been. That's terrible, isn't it? Anyway, I suppose I can still go and buy stuff on something on eBay, I guess, but I've got to wait for a month or something to get it, so. I'm just going to go up here and do a few more bits. It's just in and out is all you're doing. Stab stitch, straight stitch, whatever you like to call it. Everybody's got a different, well, not everybody, but different people have got different names. Now, I snuck up in between the 2 pieces of fabric because I wanted to sneak over here so I wouldn't have a big stitch on the back of it. Got no idea how long I've been on there. I just didn't want it to go over the time, so just keep an eye on that. I'll go up along here. So I'm not saying anything, I'm just sitting here breathing, don't worry. I won't be very long, just a few more minutes or something. Not even that. Shouldn't take me. I'm going to do one more. You sort of can tell when you think you've done enough, you know, like that's sort of patted down really nice. It's not flat, and I don't really want it to be. Sometimes I have done ones that I made really flat. That's a long stitch on the back there now. I just noticed, look at that, I'm doing long stitches. But they're not too bad. They're not that bad because they're just going straight up along here, okay? So I'm not too disappointed with that, so I'm going to leave it like it is. And I'll just go underneath there a couple of times, just under the back piece of fabric, and catch it so it won't go out, come undone. Right, now we've got that bit there done. Just have a mouthful of water. Okay, now I had to do that because of what I'm going to show you shortly. But to start with, I'm going to show you what I've been doing on this one. So I've made a hole, okay, and also put this on here, which what I did to it when I put it on there was wrong. Now I'd take that off, but I won't if I was doing it. What I did wrong was I put all that right through, just all these stitches through here, and maybe I shouldn't have done, because maybe it's a little bit harder to read. I don't know. I'm gonna doing what you like is freedom, liking what you do is happiness. Now that's just put onto, stamped onto a piece of calico, and I set that on there and sewed it on. And this is a hole. But now I'm going to show you how to make, and then I've actually put a piece of lace on that one, because this is how you can decorate things up a bit. And this is rolling back the other way because of the stitches I've come down there with. But when I sew it, hopefully I can bring it back towards me. You're not going to panic if you see something like that, because you can fix it, okay? Just don't worry, it'll be fine, it'll be fixable. So I've sewed this together. Now I did that before I put it onto this, so I'm going to show you how to do that on one of these. I have 4, but I want to put another couple together. So I'm thinking, I'm not really sure whether I might do the hole in that one and show you how to do that in a minute. But I want to show you this part here first. Now I need more thread than that, so I need to get a bag with the cotton in, and I need a blue. That might look okay. Navy blue. Now I need a piece of this. Now to get this to go, it could be a little bit tricky. It just depends what pieces you're putting together. Now I've did the pink one because I wanted the pink one to come across the top of what I'm doing here, and I want that one to go down there like so. I want to make, that's too much pink in the one spot, isn't it? I want to make a hole, okay, like that, because you can. And then with your cover, whatever's behind you, it'll just be fine, won't it? It'll just look cool, just look really good. So I'm going to sew this together and show you how to do it. So you need to make sure that this here is lined up with that, as good as you can get it, okay, with that piece to start with. And then you want to sew these. Now it doesn't matter if you over sew it, because it'll still lay down flat when I say over sew. Just come up in the inside of these. Whoops, I didn't put a knot in it. Hang on a minute, nobody panic. I'll put a knot in that. Okay, right. Now let me see. We're gonna this. I've always got a big. I need to cut a bit off it though because I want it to hide up underneath. I don't want it to hide up underneath here. Okay. So now we're going to make sure that these pieces are lined up. So if we want to make the hole, you know, work okay. So we're going to come up in underneath this thingy, this patch pillow, whatever. That won't fit in there. That's too big, that knot. I'm going to have to deal to that. I'm going to actually make a back stitch in here by doing this. Going back in there like that. Pull it fairly tight so it doesn't get away. Look at that, I've got him. Now I'm going to measure this back. Put this back on here again. Make sure that you've got your two front pieces together. Right? And you could put a pin on if you wanted to and hold it. But you need to have. Now I'm going to eyeball it a bit, I think. You see what I'm trying to do? I want to have that so when this piece here goes along, I'm going to have that opening, okay? Now see, when you put this on the front of your book, which is going to be a little bit big for a book, I think I might, you just got this opening. Well, it won't be because I'll have to make a book like that. I might make a long book. Anyway, this is going to be the cover, so now we're going to put this. I picked it up, of course, and waved it around everywhere, so now it's not in the right place at all. But I'll fix that. I'll get it back in the right place. Righto. You can hang on to it here like this, and you can go into there and grab that bit. Don't go right to the edge, but you'll make it fray. You pull your fraying bit undone. Okay, so now I should have it about right. I have to lift it up a tiny bit, I think. Not bad. So this one here, I'll come back and do another stitch there. Top that. Now check it while you're going, because you can pull it out and fix it, and you're best to do that while you're at the beginning, not when you get to the end of it. So you just want to go and do like we put in the other video. Now some people might not have seen that, so I'm going to put it up, but it's not hard. You just want to oversew this. And this piece here, I don't think I have enough wadding in the edge bit, but after the work you put into it, sometimes you probably it'll be fine. It'll look good on the day. That's all we need. When we get it finished, it'll be fine. It's all artistic, okay? It's all art. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. See, this has not got any. This here hasn't got hardly any wadding, or I've pushed it out when I was sewing it. So when you're doing this, because we're still practicing, at least I am, and when you're doing it, you sort of want to make sure that you've got this under the thing so you can have some padding in it. Because when I first seen this done, and I have seen some pillows that look like they're people call them Indian sari pillows or something. They're cases, and they have this piece that goes in between the pieces of the. You got your pieces like this, and it looks like they have a cord of the same colour actually sewn across in it. If you look at go on images and type in silk cushion, silk cushion covers, maybe you may come up with images of it, but they do look like they have this other piece all around it. You might have seen it like a cord of fabric, but that's not how you do this, see. So I thought though it was put together like that, but then when I did go and have a look at it being done, I found out that this is how it goes, and it's so much easier, because I wouldn't imagine the other way would be easy, you know. That was just my thought. I thought, oh, well, that's not going to be easy to do, but people do them with machines anyway. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. I can't say that for sure. I'm going to go underneath this a bit here and then end it off because I want my thread to be hidden in that. So I'll just pull it up a bit. You just pull your thread up away from your fabric and then cut the thread, not the fabric, and then your cotton goes back down in there and you can't see what's there, okay? So now we only want to sew these two bits. I've got lots of threads on here, haven't I? Okay, so this one side will be better than the other side, I think. I don't know, that's usually the way. You pick whichever side you want to be on the... So we're going to put it like this, okay? And do I need this colour? Oh, it doesn't matter, I'm only going to have a small amount of it anyway. There's only going to be a tiny bit on this end here. So how far over do we need it to be? I'm just going to eyeball this here for a minute, because when I go around and doing it, if it all comes undone, I'm not going to be happy. Won't fit, I mean, if it doesn't fit from there to there, which it will. It will do that, so we're not going to panic. Look at that, it's going to make it. We're going through here. Ah, dear. I've got a lot of thicknesses of fabric here that I'm taking this through. Let me see if I can fix that a bit better, make that a bit easier. I don't want to have to show you how to get the pliers out, but then again, you know what, it doesn't matter. As long as you get it sewn, it doesn't matter if you do it with the pliers or not. Just not pick up so much of it, that's right. I was taking a real lot of both of the fabrics. I was going through all the thicknesses to the other side even with this, and you don't need to do that, and I hope I'm in the shot here. So you're only going to come along here to this much. Now you really want to get all that corner tucked into this. See, I really want to get that corner in there. So I've got down into there. Okay. I worry that I'll break the needle, but you know, if you need to get the pliers to pull it through, because my hands wouldn't work for me there with that. It was making holes in me. Okay, so that bit's done. Look at there, I've got him. Just need to end that off. So I'll go back in under here, over here somewhere, not going through the outside, just in the inside bit, and putting that there like so. So that will hold on, because when you think about it, we're going to have something here and something here, and it'll all be good. It'll all be fastened together. I don't think I'll put that one. I might go that way. I could put it that way. Don't know yet. We're going to have to... I'm going to show you how to do the hole in that in a minute, so maybe I might have to come back and do that. I've got two thicknesses, haven't I? That's right. I might have to come back on another video in a minute, and I'll just show you how to do the hole. This one here, okay? Now, I didn't do that the way the lady did, I don't think, the thing that I seen it on, because I did it my way, and that's okay. Have your own way. I'm coming up under this bit because I want to hide the knot, okay? Which is a bit hard when I make this big knot again. Wait a minute. I have to pull this undone. Just come out there, cut that tail thing off there. Right, now I'll go under this one. And we'll catch onto there and onto here. Hope you can see what I'm doing. And there and there. Look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? I do like that. And then when it goes on whatever you make to put it on, you've got those little bits there. Now I'm going to have to actually decide what size or how much I want to do. I haven't got anything actually cut out or made the size that will fit in these parts. Maybe that one will, and maybe this one will, but I'm going to fill in these bits here, and then that can be the front of whatever else I will make. Okay, to go on. So I hope you like how that went. Isn't that cool? And I'll come back in and show you. It's a little bit quirky, but that's what it's supposed to be, isn't it? Okay, so I'm just going to turn this off now because I don't know how long it's been going, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how I did that, the hole in it. Okay, like I said, it wasn't the same as the other person did it, the other girl did it. Actually, I don't know if they actually showed that on a tutorial yet, so I will do that anyway because I want you to see how that's done. Okay, so it won't be long. I'll be back in a minute and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.